Hey everybody, welcome to Dragonbane. We're in the middle of combat. Sorry we missed last week. I swear I remember what was going on. But thanks for joining us tonight. If you're watching on the stream, don't forget to like, so we algorithmically make our way up to the top. And if you're watching in the future, don't forget as well. Thank you, Patrick, for the amazing system that continually gets updated. I'm noticing some cool little enhancements here and there. And also thank you, Andreas and Noel, for the tunes that we are listening to. And let me unpause the game. So, brief recap. You guys went all the way back to Outskirt. You got the Sword of Umderman, which is the key to basically vanquish, destroy, whatever you want to call it, put to final rest Azrael Koth, who is a servant of Sathmog, and he has woken up in the Isle of Mist to the north of here. And his influence is starting to spread in the Misty Vale, even though he is trapped in this tomb. His influences, you know, the demonic cultists are starting to make their way around. You guys have noticed strange eclipses and weird things, that the landscape itself is changing. But you guys got the sword. Then the demon showed up. The demon from Donovan's past, the one that he summoned with his magical mishap. Finally, they got to go toe-to-toe. And he got destroyed. I did not expect that. But the demon got absolutely annihilated. We also learned that Annabella, the sweet little lady who is asking for the dragonette, or the statuette pieces, is actually not a very nice lady. She showed up with her swarm of bats, hurling it at the players. Meanwhile, we have some cultists kind of climbing up from the shadows. So this entire structure in the middle of Outskirt is this rocky ruin that is rising above even some of the most tallest rooftops. And so you guys are starting to see these shadows moving, the glint of steel as these cloaked figures are making their way through the ruin with bloodlust in their eyes. So let's begin, shall we? We're in the middle of... I didn't end the combat. So it looks like Foundry is telling me, unless the vampiric bats went last time, I don't remember, but currently it's on them. Do you guys have any remembrance of who went last? Who's on first? The
rolls will remember.
Oh shit! Good idea. Good. Okay. Well, okay. This is all your level up.
I tried to do something and failed.
Let me scroll up because these are all you guys trying to level up your skills here.
Looks like Serial took damage was the last thing that happened.
Yeah, let me read my...
I know I tried to hit her with like a double twin shot.
Okay, I got
miserably.
it. So the vampiric bats did attack 13 days, 21 hours ago. That's what Foundry's telling me. Yeah, that was the last thing that did. So, okay, we will move on. Which is Leonara. So this woman, Annabella, this woman down here on the steps, she is just drenched in this. I forgot to remind you guys, if you forgot, it's blood rain. Just blood is raining down. So her makeup is smeared. She's got just this blood dripping down her face. Her hair is plastered to the side of her head, and she just screams something in a language you don't understand. And is rushing straight for Peabody. Straight for Peabody. And he's the one who has the Sword of Umderman. What's her movement? Let me make sure she can get there. She can get there. Just barely. So she is rushing up toward Peabody. And she lunges at him, just diving with bloodlust in her eyes, diving for the sword that is in his hands. I should have looked up the toppling rules, right? Before the stream. Real quick, let me find the... Okay, here we go.
Let me know if that attack succeeds, but before you roll damage for it.
Okay. So she is going to try to reach the sword, I guess. Let's see. Let's do a disarm. So that's an opposed roll between your enemy skill level and the weapon you are using. And the attack counts as an action for you. Actually, that's more of a weapon-to-weapon thing. Let's do a... I guess they're all kind of the same. Topple is a skill level in the weapon you are using and the enemy's evade. Yeah, let's just try a topple. That seems right. She's going to just try to tackle Peabody down. So then the way this works is, let me, I guess, roll an attack.
Is this something that I can try to dodge? Or...
Yeah, exactly. So if she succeeds in this, you can attempt to evade. Let me read it again really quickly. So opposed roll between your skill level and the weapon you are using and the enemy's evade if your weapon has the toppling feature. Oh, okay, then you get a boon. The attack counts as an action for you, but not for your opponent. It can be dodged or parried. Okay, so basically, she is just going to brawl, I guess. So let me roll that. And then, yeah, I guess you got to do... Sorry, I think you need to do an evade first anyway, because it's a contested roll or opposed roll. Yeah, so whatever your evade is, let's see. She gets no boon or anything like that. Oh shit, Peabody failed. Wait, did I even click anything? Hang on. Oh, sorry, I got it hidden. Let me change the public. So she rolled a 7 and succeeded. You rolled a 13 and failed. You can push the roll if you'd like, though.
Yeah, I think that Peabody is... he's pretty confident after what just happened, so it gets him a little off guard and scares him a little bit as she rushes him. So he's going to try and push it.
Oh no! Even at 18. Okay, so she tackles you. She topples you. Let's see. If you topple the opponent, your friend can attack the opponent. Oh, that's something else. Okay. All right, so Peabody, you fall to the ground as Leonara just lands on you, screaming, clawing at you. That's all she's doing, though. Why don't you roll me? Let's see. Why don't you roll me like? Actually, you know what? I'll just say you're on the ground. I don't want to do that because that'd be more of a disarm thing. So that's all she's doing, which brings us to top of initiative again. The vampiric bats. So they're up first. They are swarming right above Gideon, so they're going to attack him. They're quite busy in that regard.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, alright, let's see what happens. And I gotta add the other guys to combat as well, but we'll do this first. Okay, they swarm around you. Everyone within 10 meters must suffer a fear attack and must roll against will or resist fear. So this isn't damage, but this is a fear roll. So let's see who's within. Peabody is. Everybody is. So everybody, please roll me a will to see if these bats are just so frightening that you do something. And I will add these other combatants into the initiative while that goes on here. Boom. Okay. Okay, so we have Donovan. He succeeds. We have Bramble fails with a demon roll. A 20. Gideon succeeds with a 7. And then Sariel. Oh no, did you roll? You failed with an 18. Do you want to push it? Does Peabody want to push it?
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's just a fear check. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, but...
Yeah, just push it.
Oh, look at that. You push
I don't think
it.
Peabody is going to.
Okay, Peabody's not, so Sariel succeeded with a dragon. We got a dragon and a demon roll already. Okay, so let's see what this fear... I'm going to roll on the fear table. You scream in horror, which causes all players... Wait, you got to be kidding me. Oh, wait, hang on. So it says, you scream in horror, which causes all player characters who hear the sound immediately suffer a fear attack as well. Each person only ever needs to make one will to resist the same fear attack. Okay, we'll just say... I hate that. It's like a stacked fear. It's like, hey, fear attack. Oh, by the way, fear attack. Maybe I should just roll again. I don't know. It's just boring to roll again, another will again. But I guess that's what we got to do. So, yeah, I guess everybody roll me at will as Peabody is just screaming at the top of his lungs. All right, Donovan, you're resisting the Peabody scream.
Nothing scares me.
Nope,
been married
not
for
at all.
40 years.
Gideon fails, though. He can't handle the screams of Peabody as he's thrashing on the ground with...
So loud!
Bramble also fails unless he'd like to push it. Can you not? Oh, because you rolled a demon. That's why you can't push it, Gideon. I was like, are you all filled up with your conditions? Are you gonna take? You're gonna take it? Okay, all right. Let's roll on the fear table again. Rage. Your fear turns to anger and you are forced to attack its source on your next turn. Oh shit. In melee combat if possible, you also become angry. Okay, Bramble, you are going to want to attack Peabody while he is helpless on the ground on your next turn.
Okay.
Okay, so actually let me roll these other initiatives really quick here. Okay, so that is that. Okay, a cultist is up next. He is crawling. What is his movement? Let me make sure he can make it that far. It's 10. He can make it all the way. He spies Bramble, and he's lurking. He's making his way between the twisting ruins up the hill, brandishing a knife. Actually, sorry, a dagger. I guess same difference or close enough. So he is going to strike at you. You see him just coming up around you or behind you, Bramble. And let's roll the dagger attack and see what happens. It's gonna be a slash attack. He slashes it down, and it is it's a success. So you can choose to evade if you'd like, or take the hit.
Bramble will take it. He's looking at.
You're not gonna take.
He's
damage.
solely focused on shutting Peabody up.
Oh yeah. Okay. So all you do is feel. I think you'll take 0. Yeah. So all you do is feel an annoying screeching sound on your armor behind you as the dagger makes contact. Which brings us to Donovan. What do you want to do, Donovan? You're at the top of the hill, king of the hill.
Donovan is going to start whistling like a bird.
Oh, okay.
He's casting 2 spells because he's going to use Master Spellcaster. Let me go ahead and use that. Well, first I cast the first spell. I'm going to do Heal Wound. Let me make sure. That one's...
Oh, and what's up, Sam? I didn't notice in the chat. Welcome.
So he's going to use Heal Wound on Peabody.
Okay. How's Peabody doing health-wise? Oh, he's got a little bit of damage.
Yeah. He's only got 10 hit points, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
So, this game is... We don't make it seem like it sometimes, but it's pretty deadly.
Yeah, it can be brutal. It's surprisingly brutal at times.
And this might actually be really good because if Bramble's able to hit him, it's going to be for a lot.
Okay, that's a success with a 17.
A little healing.
7 points of healing damage, or healing his hit points are back to Peabody, so he is full again.
All right. And then I will move up one.
Okay.
To do, how do I... Oh, I remember how. Hold on. I'm sorry. Where is it
So you're kind of creeping around the side of this dome-like structure you guys just came out of behind Serial.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Treat Wound on her.
Okay.
I have to remember to target. There we go. Roll. 8.
Nice. 8.
Healing.
Okay, success. 9 points of damage. I'm sure that brings you back, Serial, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And that is his turn. And his healing, he whistled like a bird because then from his staff, 2 like spectral green birds fluttered out.
Oh.
And, you know, hit into both of them to heal them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Annabella, she is still on Peabody as he gets his strength back from Donovan, but she is just clawing for the sword of Thurman. So I guess what we should do is have this to be like a opposed roll with like strength, I guess. Strength seems fitting. Does she have a strength? What would be strength? Maybe I'll just do like a brawling. Yeah, that's all. That's a strength-based ability. So let's just do that because she doesn't have ability scores.
Yeah.
And Peabody's just like trying, like he's screaming. Maybe it's the fear, but it's also a little bit of like trying to keep her from snatching this sword from his grasp.
Okay. So let me roll brawling for her as she is just pounding at your chest, trying to get the... okay, that succeeded with an 11.
Okay.
So why don't you roll an opposed resistance check to see... Oh man, okay, that's a fail at a 16. Do you want to push it?
Yeah, let's do angry.
Okay. Yeah.
This is mine.
I was gonna say Peabody doesn't want to lose this thing. Oh no, it's a fail. Okay, so she grabs the sword of Umdraman from your hands, and she even surprises herself as Peabody's grasp is relinquished from the sword. So she is in possession of the sword now. But that's all she can do. So Bramble, you're up.
It's a question.
Yeah.
How does the fear effect end? Where he would not want to target.
You have to do that.
Peabody.
I think it's just. I'm gonna say it's probably just once on your next turn. Let me scroll back up and see exactly what it said here. Your fear takes anger, and you are forced to attack its source in your next turn. Yeah, I would just say that's it.
Okay. So yeah, Bramble is. You can see him just like his face is all scrunched. He can't stand Peabody screaming the way he is. So he like stalks over to him and tries to bring the hammer down right on his face to just please be quiet as
shut up.
It's okay.
I did not expect the fight to turn this way. You guys just destroyed a demon, and now the opponent has the sword.
All right, attack.
Okay, 12. That is success. Peabody, I guess he can attempt to dodge, though, if he'd like.
He's gonna need to, I think.
I'm guessing he'd like to. We know the power of your hammer, man.
Yeah, let's try to dodge that.
Okay. Oh, look at that! It's a success. Okay. So he rolls out of the way right as your hammer hits the stone and shatters rock.
So I'm going to untarget him, but just to see if that would have killed him outright. I'm going to roll damage.
Oh, you want to roll?
Yeah.
12.
Oh yeah, that was straight to 0.
Yeah, straight to 0. He wouldn't be dead, but I think you have to. What is it if you hit? I think it's if you hit like double.
Okay.
I think I'd have to go back and look. It's right, and then that's just like there's no hope. There's no rolls. Okay, so you guys are all seeing this. Bramble is pissed. He's attacking Peabody. You guys don't know what the hell is going on. Which brings us to another cultist over here. So he's on the rooftop and he leaps off the small gap onto the rocky surface and makes his way over to Gideon, who's the closest target, and lashes out with a slashing move with his dagger. And oh man, so that is a demon roll. That is a failure, which I love these because I get to roll a mishap here. Let's see what happens. So accidentally toss your weapon D3 plus 3 meters away. Okay, so
too much raining blood.
Yeah, exactly. Slips on the bloody rocks and loses his weapon. 6 meters. So, oof, that's a long way. I'm gonna just say it slips down the. No, I want to say he just slips and like tumbles down the side of the hill, down 6 meters. He's got to travel 6 meters to get it down, basically. Okay, and then another cult member is sneaking up behind. Why don't you give me a since he's kind of coming from behind this thing? Why don't you give me like an awareness check, Donovan, to see if you can hear. I should probably make him roll. Actually, you know what? Let me make him do a sneaking roll first.
Okay.
Because... oh my god, he passed it. Holy shit. His sneaking's like 5. And I rolled a 3. Okay, so... why don't you roll me an awareness? And this will be like an opposed roll. So 6, that's a success.
So close.
What is your awareness? Because I want to make sure the difference. I'm assuming your. Let's see. Oh
Mine
yeah,
is 15.
You won for sure. Because the difference on him was like 2, and the difference on you was, what, like 9. So yeah, you hear this guy come up behind you. His black cloak is just drenched in red, but he swings his dagger at you. Ooh, another mishap. 2 demons in a row. Holy shit. Okay, let's see what happens. You hit yourself by mistake. Roll for damage as usual, but without any damage bonus. Oh my god, if he kills himself, that's gonna be hilarious. Can I just roll the damage? What did it say? Okay, without damage bonus. So without D4. So I'll just roll a D8, which is the dagger. Okay, so again, he slips on blood-soaked rocks, trying to sneak up behind you, Donovan, and just you noticing him, your head spinning and seeing him approach you startles him, and he cuts himself deep. Like, let's say across the femoral artery or something, man. He's not doing so hot. Lashes himself in the leg and just even more blood. It's it's hard to distinguish, of course, but let's just say it's flowing. Finally, Gideon, you are up. As you are surrounded by a cultist and a swarm of bats.
Am I still under the fear effect?
Did you fail the fear? I don't even remember.
Yeah, with the
Which one was it? The anger one?
Yeah, rage.
Oh shit. So yeah, you would be. You have to attack the closest person next to you, which is going to cause a free attack from the enemies. Because you'll have to move to... It looks like... is it Bramble who's closest to you?
Oh, I gotta go to the source of the noise. So I think I gotta go for Peabody.
Oh shit,
still.
you're right. Peabody.
I'm
All
so
right.
sorry, Peabody.
Man.
He already dodged too, so he's not gonna be able to do it.
No, he can't do it. Finally, these fear attacks make things interesting. I always feel like they're kind of whatever, but this is this is kind of interesting here. Okay, as you're kind of making your way close to Peabody, I need to roll.
Ooh, can I choose what kind of attack?
Yeah, of course.
In that case, I'm going to topple Peabody.
Well, it's got to be. He's already toppled though.
Yeah, he's like laying on his back on the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be like a damage based one. So you can do however you want, like brawling or your whip or whatever, but you're just like filled with absolute rage, and you're just trying to just tear him up. Okay, well you miss anyway, so I'm guessing you don't want to push that roll with a 19.
The
But as
vein
you
on the side of his head is popping.
Yeah, maybe it's like you're a frog, so maybe it's your big giant throat is like just quivering. I don't know. Okay, but as you marched your way up in rage, your back was open to the vampiric bats that are swarming over your head, so they attack you as well. A joint assault on the player character. Oh, well, actually, it's not you. It's the highest con. Who has the highest con? Does anybody know?
13.
So
here.
Bramble's got 15.
15.
Ooh, 15. Let's just flip a coin and see. So I'll say 1 to 2 is Serial, and 3 to 4 is going to be Bramble. Okay, it's Serial. So Gideon is just like, he's raging up the hillside, and over his head comes this swarm of bats, and it ends up to be, I'm just going to leave them right here because it doesn't matter where they are. And 2d6 slashing damage, so you can attempt to evade this if you'd like, but that will take up your turn this round.
No, I guess I
You're gonna take it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, so it's not very much damage. It's only... Okay, 4 points of damage. I guess you have 1 thing of armor. But surprise, surprise, the victim suffers a fear attack and must roll against will to resist. So this is the fear combat, I guess. So do another will check for me, please, Seriel.
Okay.
And we'll see if the horrific side of not only the vampire bats, but Gideon Angry Frog making his way. He's freaking battle-toading right now. Okay, you succeeded. All right, awesome. No rolling on the fear table. Okay, up next is another guy lurking in the shadows, and he seems to want to take this route. So he can't make it very far, but you guys just see him appear in the torchlight. Finally, Peabody, you're up. It's your turn, but you've already evaded. So I guess it's not your turn. Okay.
Nope.
This cultist right here, right next to Seriel, swings with his dagger. That is success. So again, Seriel, you can choose to evade if you'd like, because your turn hasn't happened yet, or you can take the damage.
Oops, I'm on mute. I guess I'll take the damage.
Okay. Roll the damage.
Oof.
Ooh. 9. Okay. Well, it's going to be 8, actually, I think, right? Okay. So he cuts into you deeply, and you are adding more to the torrent of blood everywhere. The bats are up next again. They are still hungry for Gideon.
They don't taste good, I promise.
Frogs. Okay, swirling horror. Actually, you know what? I should roll this before I even say that, because sometimes it's like a proximity thing. Like it is now. The bats swarm around their victims in a frantic pace. Everyone within 10 meters. Oh, another fear attack. So it's the same thing. Swirling horror. So everybody, please roll me a will check to see if you are scared. 17 for Bramble, unless you want to push it. Donovan succeeds again. Seriel succeeds. Ooh, Gideon. Okay. So because you rolled a dragon. Okay, you pushed it. Peabody failed. So because you rolled a dragon, Gideon, I'll allow you to kind of rally one of your failed companions. So it's either Bramble or maybe you feel terrible about Peabody. I don't know, but it's either Peabody or Bramble who can. I'll allow them a free pass. Like you'll calm them down somehow.
Gonna do Bramble.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I'll roll fear on the table and see what happens. So enfeebled, the fear drains your energy and determination. You lose 2d6 willpower points. To a minimum of 0 and become disheartened. So I don't know that he uses much willpower. So that's 10 willpower points. But, you know, you can't go below 0. And then you also become disheartened, Peabody. And finally, Sariel is up. Battered and beaten and bloodied. What would you like to do?
Oh my god. I'm going to... Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try to arrow this woman again.
Okay. Yeah, she's standing there with glee. Can't believe her eyes, holding the mythical sword of Umdurman, Eledain's sword.
Do I twin shot it? But then I get a bane. And like, can we handle a mess right now?
I'll tell you that she's somewhat injured. So she has been attacked already.
Yeah. All right.
She doesn't look like she's on death's door or anything like that, but she's definitely suffered some damage.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Wait. What do I have? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna short
Shoot her? Okay.
Yeah.
Shooting over Peabody. Give me a... And she can't dodge at all. She's gone. So make the shot count. Ooh, what? An 18 is a failure. You can push the roll, though, if you like.
Oh my god, that's so messed up. Alright. She's a little disheartened.
Okay. There we go. That's a success. Roll the damage. 8 damage. Did you target her?
No. Too disheartened.
Okay, that is enough to take her out, though. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, you can tell me
And the
how you
bats
dispatch
also die
of...
with her.
What was that?
Did the bats also die with her?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I'll roll something and we'll see what the bats do. But how does Sariel take out Annabella of the 3 stags?
Just right through the heart, and I want her to drop the sword. No, yes. Wait. Yeah. I was gonna think of something cooler, but it's too unlikely.
She stabs herself.
Drops the sword and then falls on it. But let's just shoot it.
Do it. I mean, why not? Why not? That'd be awesome.
Right.
She's
Okay.
dead.
It is raining blood.
All right, I'll shoot her in the
Yeah.
hand. Can I shoot her in the hand?
Yeah,
she
of
drops
course.
the sword and
She's
is like,
she's
"Ah," and
dead.
then
She's
falls
dead.
on it.
Yeah. I like it. Okay, so she collapses, slips. You catch her off guard. The arrow pierces her hand, kind of whips her around. She slips, drops the sword, and falls in the blade. And she is she's gone.
Sariel killed the tavern and the tavern owner.
I know.
That's hardcore.
Oh, it didn't do auto.
Wish I
It
hadn't
didn't do
apologized.
auto dead. I guess I'll have to manual dead. There we go. Okay. All right, another cultist is coming from the shadows to join his brethren, and he just moves up here. They see the sword has fallen. They see that perhaps their master has fallen, or their leader, and they are heading for her dead body. So, new round, everybody. Oh, these freaking bats. They're up again. So let's just see what they do. I'm not going to say who they attack because it's probably going to be a AoE thing. So what do? Mass attack. So they split up and attack all characters within 10 meters. Each victim suffers D8 slashing damage and the swarm heals the same amount. Oh shit, that's cool. You guys are definitely free to evade though, but I'll roll the damage for now. So it's only 3 points of damage. If you guys would like to evade, and I believe it's everybody. Yeah, everybody's within 10 meters. Wait, what the heck? Did I roll it twice on accident? It's only 3. Yeah, I must have rolled a d8 twice on accident. So, is anybody evading, or is it... Okay, it looks like Donovan is evading. It's a success with a 6. Anybody else?
Both Peabody and Bramble have armor that can soak that.
Okay.
I want my turn, so I'm gonna.
You're gonna take the 3? Okay.
Our armor helps against that, right?
Correct. Yeah, so whatever your armor's like a 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just take 2.
I also have a large shield on my back. Does that help at all?
Not unless you're using it.
Okay.
Oh gosh, darn it.
If we evade, we can't attack, though, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
You only
I
get
forgot
one,
about that.
You get one action. One action. Every
Okay,
round.
I'm gonna take it. So it's 2, right?
Well, let's see. Yeah, because you have leather armor, so you'd have 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have to kill these guys, or we're gonna
Okay.
keep
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
hit.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. That's it for the bats. This cultist, so he actually rushes past Bramble and grabs the sword. So he's reaching for the sword, pulling. He's trying to like pull it out of Annabella's body. So he's in the middle of doing that. And Bramble, you're up as you see this cultist just starting to pull the sword free of the corpse. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I'm guessing the guy does not even see me coming as I like rush at him and try and like swing
No, yeah,
like
not
baseball bat style at his at him with the warhammer.
Yeah, give me that attack. And he's already gone, so he cannot do anything. Holy crap! You rolled
I'm gonna
a
do
dragon. Jeez.
I'm gonna do the free attack against another enemy.
Okay, awesome. This is gonna be like a 1-2. Okay, so why don't you roll me some damage? Fuck. Bag of dice. 15. Okay, so this guy's toast. So how do you take this first guy out?
So yeah, like he's trying to pull the sword out from his from the cult leader, from her body, and just doesn't see it coming at all. So he just gets knocked in the chest and tumbles down the hill.
Okay.
And just did like a
I love it.
A ball of robes.
I like that. And which is the next guy you want to attack?
I will probably go after the other guy. That is, it's this guy
The
that was
closest one?
Also looking at probably going for that sword.
Yeah, you can do.
So-
They all seem to be like zeroing in on what happened to the woman on the stairs.
Okay, so he'll move
Okay.
and attack that guy as well.
Okay. That is success. He does
All right,
not.
so he
really...
sees it coming.
Yeah, he's so
as-
well. He does, but he's so focused on getting that sword that he's not going to attempt to dodge. He's just, and it's probably going to be his doom. 10. Okay, not quite. Almost. Yeah, you just squarely hit him again, I guess in the ribs or something. You hear this deep crunch inside of his chest. Even amid the falling rain, and he, he grunts in pain, but still is fixated on the sword. Did you want to move again at all, or are you going to just hold your ground?
I'll stay in between him and the sword.
Okay, Sariel, you're up. The guy next to you is in melee, so you can't. I think you'd have to suffer I think it's a bane if you want to use your bow that close.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use my dagger.
Okay. On the guy next to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got this thing.
You've got this thing.
I have this thing. It's called backstabbing. You can activate this ability when making a melee attack against an enemy that is also within 2 meters of another. Oh, we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like you to be sneaking up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's fully aware. I mean, he's already tried to attack you.
I know.
You'd have to like walk around this entire structure, and maybe this guy, you could catch this guy unaware, but
Distracted. All right, fine.
So just straight up dagger or knife
Yeah.
on this guy? Okay.
Okay, slash, I guess.
And his attention seems to be drawn away from you as well. Okay, that's a success. So he's not trying to dodge. He is looks like he's about ready to beeline for the woman you just killed. So that is 6 points of damage on him. You slash him as he passes. Okay.
Wait. He's leaving? He's...
Well, I mean, all this is technically happening simultaneously. So it looks like he hasn't moved yet, but he's heading away from you. You can tell his attention. He was just like dead set on killing you, and now once you killed the woman on the stairs, he's, his head whips around and he's focused on that.
Okay.
But he hasn't moved yet.
Okay.
It's not his turn yet.
Well, let me know when he does.
Oh, you'll know. Okay, this guy here, he again runs up and snatches the sword from the guy you just killed. That's all he does, though. And that brings us to Gideon, who's right there. So you see this Gideon across the corpse of the woman. You see another one of these cloaked figures snatch the sword up from the guy who just got destroyed by Bramble. Are you on mute, sir?
Oh no! I went so long without being muted. So I'm gonna use an ability I don't think I've used before.
I like it.
And
What is it?
Goes with my weakness as well, because we are surrounded by a bunch of monsters, and I do consider the cultist monsters.
Yeah, they're monsters now? Okay.
So I'm gonna use Berserker.
Oh, all right. Read it. What does that do?
So you gain the angry condition and immediately attack the nearest opponent in melee combat. If already angry, I gain another condition of my choice. Then I must keep fighting until all opponents within sight have been defeated or I reach 0 HP. I gain a boon to melee attacks, but I can't parry or dodge. And then I become exhausted.
Okay, so basically, but you only get one attack this round, but it's like every round it's basically just gives you a boon, right, to every attack?
Yeah, but I also can't dodge or parry.
Okay, all right.
I hope it's worth it.
Bloodlust. Okay, let's see what happens. It's a bloody day. Yeah, all right. Well, give me that attack with the boon.
I'm gonna go for this guy.
He's dead.
Oh, that guy's dead?
Yeah.
Or is
Sorry, there's a
it-
little skull on him. So this guy's alive. This guy's alive. The guy next to you who dropped his dagger is alive. This guy's alive. This guy's alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for this guy.
Yeah, he's the one who just picked the sword up. So you can just walk over her body and attack him however you like.
That way.
All right, that's a success. And again, he can't do anything. He's already gone this round anyway, so you can roll that damage.
Actually, remembered to target this time.
Ooh, okay. 13. Holy crap. That ends him. So how do you kill this guy?
Keeping up with the theme here, Gideon is gonna swing the whip. It's gonna wrap around his wrist.
Uh-huh.
And as he yanks it, he's gonna drop the sword and he's gonna fall on the sword.
I love it. Oh my god. Man, I wish the sword had like some kind of thing where as soon as it drinks blood, something happens.
Someone's
I mean, at this point, we're all drowning.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's just pouring blood rain.
Okay, awesome. All right, again, another one falls beside you, Bramble.
Does Gideon have to roll to see if it is web whip?
Oh, you're
sticks?
right. Yeah, roll me a d6,
Ooh, true.
Gideon. See if your whip is stuck to this dead cultist. No, it's a 3. Okay. Your whip retracts back to you. That brings us to this guy. And again, he runs forward, stepping over, just like with absolute defilement, stepping all over Annabella's corpse. Grabs the sword as well. But that's all he does. They seem so fixated on the sword. Donovan, I guess you've already gone, right? You did your
Yeah, I
your evade?
evaded the
Okay.
damage.
So this guy is up next. He sees. Oh yeah, he doesn't have his dagger anymore.
Oh.
So I'm gonna say he just tries to. Where's my brawling at? Oh, there it is. So he just tries to sort of power through you. Let's like charge through you, Gideon. Fist swinging, probably gonna fail. His brawling sucks. Yes, he just wild haymakers everywhere. Peabody, you're up.
Okay, so Peabody's going to he's laying on the ground, so his face is like covered in blood, so he's gonna like wipe off his face and try to get to standing. And he definitely peed a little bit, but you can't tell.
No one can see.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
No.
it's all diluted.
So he doesn't feel the need to mention it. It's really just me embarrassing him. And he's gonna look which cultist has the sword again?
This guy right here in front of Peabody has it. He's standing on the stairs triumphantly holding the sword or just picking it up.
Okay, so Peabody is going to pull his battle axe that he which one was it? It was the Bothid's broadaxe.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he's gonna try to bring it down and he's going to go kind of where the guy's holding him to the side. He's holding up this sword looking at it. He's going to try and remove both of his arms with this attack.
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
So let me target him.
All right. Based on the damage you guys have been dealing, I'm sure it's going to be in your favor. Oh no, it's a demon. It's a mishap. Poor Peabody.
Poor Peabody.
All right.
It looks like I can click that.
Yeah,
You
go
want me
for
to-
it, man. Yeah, click on it. Yeah. You expose yourself to the enemy who gets a free attack that cannot be dodged or parried. Okay, so I guess the guy who has Umdurman, he is going to, I guess, swing it at you. Fuck, I gotta.
Yeah,
go
his
to
little
this.
goblin pants are like soaked with blood, as is everything around here. And so yeah, he can't help it. his pants fall down, and he kind of gets tangled as he's going up to attack.
Okay, I need to equip this guy with
This could kill him.
Yeah. Peabody
Ooh.
he's a fragile little guy.
Okay, but the Sword of Umdaman is too foreign to this cultist, and it just sparks on the stairs next to Peabody as he tries to strike down. Okay. The bats are back. Can't believe the bats have lasted this long. Let's see what happens as they're swarming over your heads. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to roll like a reaction for them, even though I don't think that's in this game. I'll do it anyway.
Would Serial's animal companion ability work with the bats?
No, they're like a, a monster, like an antagonistic thing. Yeah, that only works with like, yeah, if she's trying to a familiar. So I'm gonna say a 1 to 3 they stay, and a 4 to 6 they flee. Okay, they stay. So Swirling Horror. Oh my god, another fear attack, everybody. Your favorite.
Is this a magical attack?
No. I think it's just because they're swirling horrifically around you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. These
We'll
are like
see.
vampiric bats. They're not they don't have any magical ability. Okay, that's a success from Donovan with a 2. Failure from Sariel with a 19, unless you want to try to push it. Gideon failed, unless you want to try to push it. Peabody, wow, he succeeded through all this terrible trauma he's been through.
Yeah, who would have known?
He is not fear or afraid. Okay, Gideon still fails. Try to push it. Sariel succeeds. So it looks like Gideon is the only one. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens. Pale, your face turns white as a sheet, and you and all player characters within 10 meters of you become scared. Okay, so I guess if nobody's scared, they just you guys are so afraid of his white face. Apparently, that seems super spooky, but whatever. So yeah,
It's
if
real
you guys,
gross.
it's real gross, like albino frog kind of thing going on.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not.
Okay, so this guy, he is going to try to swing at Bramble. He sees his companion has the sword, albeit not using it very well. So he's going to swing his dagger, even though he is wounded. He's clutching his ribs with his free hand, and that succeeds. Bramble, I guess you've already gone, right? Yeah. So I will roll the damage. See what happens. Okay, 9, but you're gonna only suffer. Jeez, 2? Man, you are armored like crazy. Okay, the last cultist. He is behind Donovan, and he also attacks with his dagger at the magic man.
Does he cut himself again?
Oh man, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's click the magical or the melee mishap, because he rolled a demon. Okay, so his weapon cuts so deep into an object that it gets stuck. Pulling it requires free strength. So yeah, he basically tries to slash, and it gets wedged between the wall of this dome-like structure and this other thing on the side. So the blade is stuck in the stone. Poor guy. All right.
I almost feel bad for him.
Sariel, you're up. New round.
All right.
So just to remind you, this guy in the middle has the sword.
Yeah.
These two guys are dead.
I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to shoot the guy in the middle.
The guy with the sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay.
And again, he is not going to try to dodge. He just has the sword and he's ready to book it out of here with his prize. 17. Success.
Okay. Oh my god.
5 points of damage. He has, let's see what he's got. Okay, your arrow thumps him like right in the neck and he like grabs at it, but he still holds on to the sword. He looks like he's kind of gurgling right now. Doesn't look like he's doing too hot.
I do have a warhorse that I'm kind of mentally attached to. Can I have
Where
it?
is this warhorse?
Well, we wrote it like down here.
Oh, you left it down there?
I think so.
I guess we didn't
don't-
talk. I guess we didn't talk about where you guys left
I
your.
don't feel like
your
I'd take it
steeds.
upstairs. Is it close enough to attack?
Can you command it? Is that? I think that's another action, right? What do you have it under your control, right? With
Companion.
companion.
Yeah.
So let me briefly look up companion and just make
Pretty
sure.
sure
Actually,
it's
no,
not
you,
under
I can look at
control.
your character sheet. Companion. Description: you can activate this ability. Da da da. The GM decides which animals are nearby. Okay, animal
Yeah,
follows you. For 3 additional willpower, you can command the animal to attack. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So use your 3 willpower points, and yes, you can have the warhorse attack. And man, do I have a warhorse? I don't know. Let's see if we have a horse in here. Yeah, we have a combat trained horse. I don't have a thumbnail for or a token for him. Hang on, let me find horse. Oh, this is combat if you are... I just gotta find horse damage. Let's just say it's a... I can't find it. So let's just say it's like a D6, I guess.
I think the warhorse has pretty good damage. It's worth looking for.
Where is it? War horse. I don't
I don't
see
have my
any...
book near me.
I don't see any war horse. There's a combat trained horse, but it doesn't say like damage. It just says can carry 1 rider and 10 weight units and 2 riders. I'll give it like a D8, I guess. Yeah, it does. Oh, wait. Kick. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So it is a skill level 10. And it is 2d4 damage.
Okay.
So
It's just
what I
flat, right?
yeah, what I need you to do is roll me a d20. And you need to do 10 or less to succeed. Okay, so unfortunately the horse... Man, I wish there was tokens in here for a horse. Oh wait, here we go. This is common animal. Let's just say this is the horse. Oh, weird. It says D10. I guess this is... I guess the combat... I guess the damage is technically... or more potential to be better with 2d4 than a d10, but... okay, so what are you going to command the horse to do? Just rush up to this guy?
Yeah, the closest guy in the town.
Okay, he rushes up and he rears back and then tries to slam his hoofs down, but the cultist gets out of the way, which brings us to Peabody. But now there's this massive horse like standing on these steps.
Peabody's gonna quickly pull up his pants and then regrip his battle axe and Try again. Try to attack this guy.
Okay.
It's this guy, right? That's holding
That guy,
the
yeah,
sword.
he's
So-
flanked, yeah.
He'll try again. That doesn't mean anything, right? It's like flanked. has
No, it
no,
doesn't.
like-
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, not in this game.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
Um,
let me do a search while we're talking about it.
Hooray!
Let's see, positioned. No, yeah, there's no. Unless it's used different terminology. I don't see it. Okay, so you succeeded with 2. Yeah, he's not really. He's just stunned by the horse, so he's not going to attempt to dodge out of the way. Okay, so 5 damage. So target. Oh man, you destroy him as well. Drops the sword, and you
Falls on
dispatch him
it.
however you like. Falls on it as well. Okay, my God, yeah.
So yeah, he's holding it like, wow, I finally got this sword. And Peabody comes up and just like removes both of his arms at the elbow.
Yeah.
So and he drops it. The hilt bangs off of the off of the stone as he falls forward and just flies.
Man, okay, so it just slides down. Now he's anchored to this sword, dead. This guy, he runs past Donovan, which will give Donovan a free attack to here, and he's trying his best to get the sword out, but again, this guy is like attached to it. So Donovan, you can get a free attack if you'd like, as this cultist rushes past you.
It's got to be like a weapon attack.
No, it can be a spell attack. I think. We'll just say it can be.
All right.
Does taking this attack take
No.
your turn?
It's free.
It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like an attack of opportunity in 5e where, you move out of the range.
I'll just do a regular attack because I gotta
Save your willpower.
save my willpower for the next thing.
Okay, wait, like your staff, you're gonna like bonk him on the head as he passes by. Okay, that's a success.
I forgot to target him.
It's okay. Why don't you just roll the damage and then I can do it.
Alrighty. Damage is a D8. Roll.
5 points of damage. Oh my god, you bonk him enough to shatter his skull and he collapses to the ground. That was a hell of a you got like the soft spot on the back of his head, I guess. Alright, bats, they see everybody is falling, so again, I'm gonna say they only stay on a 1 and a 2 this time. Because they see everybody is okay. I guess they stay. Jeez, these freaking I'm tired of these freaking bats too. So collective attack, the bats launch a joint assault on the player character with the highest con. So that's either Bramble or Serial. I'll say just 1, 2, Serial, Bramble 3, 4. Okay, poor Serial gets attacked. Slashing damage 2d6. Do you want to try to dodge this?
Yeah, at this point I have to.
Okay. So roll me an invade, and we'll see if. I guess I'll move the bats up here, even though it doesn't really matter. They're just kind of swarming
Wait.
everywhere.
Oh. Yeah.
If the bats move up there, does Gideon get an attack?
I don't think so, because the way because the attacks are like it seems like all of these attacks are very like AoE. Like there's just a swarm of bats everywhere. So I don't know. Yeah, movement for them doesn't really seem that imperative because it's like, oh, anybody within. Okay, so you succeed. You dodge out of the way. Wow, there's still a cultist who has. So he comes forward. They're all going for the sword. Is he going to suffer the same fate? he starts to pry it free of the other guy. And the bats, again, I'm going to roll to see if they leave. So again, 1 and 2, they stay. Anything else, they flee. Okay, the bats. They decide to flee off into the darkness as the numbers of cultists and their master, their mistress, is dwindling. So Donovan, you're up.
Let's see. This one's alive and this one's alive, right?
Yes.
That I'm pinging.
Yep.
All right. But there's only one thing to do.
Dual lightning bolt.
Actually, no.
No?
No, I need to heal Serial.
Oh yeah, she's
She's
got
got one hit point
One
left.
hit point. You're right. You're right.
So we're going to do it at a power level 2.
Okay, 16. Success. 12 hit points. Damn. Okay. So I think you should be able to automatically, let's see here,
Oh,
heal damage. Bam, look at that.
sorry. I just had to... I have to move up 1. That's all.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. The last guy, he is moving around. He's dead. He's kind of moving around Bramble. Makes it here. Tries to go for the sword. He's reaching for it. That's all he does. And Bramble, top of the initiative, it's your turn. I can only imagine what you're going to do to this poor guy.
Yeah, so Bramble is going. He sees him running over towards it. At this
Mhm.
point, he knows what these guys are. They almost only care about that.
Yeah.
So he will try to smash him in the back as he's trying to get this sword.
Okay. That is a success.
Target him. Is it the right guy? Nope. I think I got him.
Yeah, that's more than enough to let me target him. Deal damage. This is how I should have done it before. Wait, what happened? Wait, what?
I think that there's
he
two
died in his-
cultist tokens
Oh,
on each other. So maybe that I was targeting the incorrect one.
You're right. Sorry. Yeah, hang on. There we go. He turned into a skull. Okay.
So I think that the other one is still impaled,
Mm-hmm.
it was not been pulled through. So
Yeah.
while this guy is trying to pull the sword from the back, he lifts him up enough that Bramble knocks this cultist into the blade and basically have two people shish kebab onto one sword. Two cultists, one sword.
Man, two cultists, one sword.
That's the title.
There we go. Thank you for the episode title. All right, Serial, you are up. It's your turn. There's only one guy standing, and he is looking. He's just his head is swiveling. Things aren't looking good. He's recognizing that, but he sees himself surrounded.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot him.
Okay. Should be an easy shot. 10, yes.
Oh my god.
4 points of damage.
Well, a warhorse is gonna attack him now too.
Wait. What did I do? Deal damage.
Shit. I
Why
want
is
the
it
sword to
Oh,
get
weird.
him.
It's stuck on like HP. I'll have to manually do it.
Oh, I keep forgetting to target too. I'm sorry.
It's alright. I should be able to do it. I don't know why it was kept trying to heal him. It was weird. Okay, so you said the warhorse is going to try to trample him next?
Yeah, but I rolled and I got a 14, which
Okay, again, this
under 10.
giant horse is just slipping and sliding all over these wet stairs.
Under 10 is crazy.
Okay, Donovan, you're up.
Let me unmute myself. Guess I will. There we go. Move up one and target this guy, and I'll try
him
to.
on the head.
Yeah, we're gonna bonk him on the head. It's making me think of Dexter's Lab. I think it was Dexter's Lab. The Puppet Pals bits. Anyway, that's not relevant. Staff attack. Actually, it says I can try to topple. I will try that because that'll make it easier for others to hit them, right? I mean, there's got to be something to being prone in this game, I would think.
Yeah, it's if you try to attack a prone person, it's like a boon, I think.
All right.
Okay, you want to topple this boy. So it's a
we got a 2.
Opposed roll. Oh dang, you got a 2. So I got to try to evade. That's what it's telling me. My evade's not bad actually. Ooh, not good enough though. I mean, it succeeds, but you rolled a 2. And what is your staff?
12.
Oh, and you have the topple ability on it. I think you get a boon if your weapon has topple. Okay. Oh, you did. Oh, I didn't notice.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you totally topple him because the difference is much greater.
All right.
So he collapses to the ground with a, I don't know, what do you do? Trip him up or something? How do you do it?
Yeah, I just scoop my staff right around his ankle and just flip it up from underneath him.
Okay, so he falls onto his back like a cockroach and he's making sounds. All right, Peabody, you're up. As this guy is like, Sathmog, save me!
I'm muted. Peabody might go ahead and try to pull that sword out out from those two.
So, because these guys
those
are
two gentlemen.
So why don't you give me a strength check, because this is the crazy skewer, and we'll see if you can get it out quickly. Yes, okay. So just like Arthur with the sword and the stone, but you pull the sword free of the cultist.
Yeah, the clouds break and a little like beam of sunlight breaks through.
Yeah. I just keep picturing like a
Peabody.
He-Man thing, you know, like I have the power.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that animation with Peabody as the in that position. So that strength, is that his action?
That is
for the
action,
round?
yeah. So you
Okay,
do
so
have
he now
your,
has the sword again.
Yeah, you have the sword. And Gideon, you're up as this guy is cockroaching at your feet, trying to find his way out of here.
This guy, right?
That guy, yeah, he's the only one left.
Do we need him for questioning at all? No.
He's
All
like, nah, we don't need
Fuck it. We're gonna do the whip.
All right, do the whip. And you're going to get a boon on this because he is toppled on the ground.
Ooh, I get 2 boons because I'm
Oh,
still.
damn. Double boon.
Everything must die around me. That's a monster.
Oh, that's right. You're berserking still. So I guess you probably wouldn't save him the question anyway. You're just attacking.
Die, monster!
All right, 5 points of damage on this guy. Deal that damage. Why does he keep doing that? Can you target him and deal it? Otherwise, I can manually do it. It's T, and then if you right-click on the 5, you should be able to. Can you do deal damage or no?
No, it just says
Ah,
make private or
man.
delete.
I wonder what happened. Okay, I won't. And you whipped him, right? So roll me a
Yeah.
d6 too to see if it's sticky whip. Nope, that's a 3, so it comes free. He's still alive, but he's squirming on the ground, thrashing. Seth Mogg, the liberator of the world, save me! He's just like saying a bunch of shit. But he finally gets up, so he gets up on his feet, and he just starts to beeline it back the way he came, jumping on trying to leap on a rooftop. But that means that both, I guess, Peabody, Gideon, and Donovan all get free attacks on this guy as he's just doing a suicidal jump onto the rooftop off the stone. Okay, first attack is from Donovan with his staff. So yeah, he's not trying to dodge. Oh, Peabody rolled a demon. Oh man. Okay, so Donovan, 1 point of damage. All right, you just crack him in the back of the head, but he keeps going. You want to click the mishap, or did you already do it? Oh, you did. You drop your weapon at your feet. Okay. slippery sword. And
You know
then-
what? Narratively, that beam of light that came out from the clouds, that's bad for goblins. That gives them banes on stuff. So maybe that's what did it.
Maybe. So Gideon, you succeeded. So if you want to roll damage, be my guest.
I
This
actually succeeded with a topple.
Oh shit! So you toppled him again. Okay, so you pin him to the ground.
Well, because I figured since he was trying to jump for the roof, could he take
Yeah.
fall damage?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to do that, I mean, it's more like a push. You're trying to just push him.
Yeah, basically off the edge.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and
but roll to
he-
see if your web sticks or your
Ooh.
web.
Oh yeah, that's
whip.
right.
This could
Yeah,
be bad.
Roll a 1. I know that'd be hilarious. It pulls him along with him. That'd be
A
awesome.
third 3.
So you just trip him up. He flies off the stone ruin at the center of Outskirt and disappears with one of those Wilhelm screams behind the buildings here. And that is that. Did they kill him? Man, I wish they would kill him. Okay. So you guys are all standing there. Peabody, I guess you're going to re-pick up the sword of Umdraman. You guys are just covered in blood. There's bodies all around you. The horse is snorting on the stairs. You do notice now that sort of the commotion of battle has dwindled. You do see torchlight going throughout the outskirts, and you hear the shouting of guards and different townspeople coming out, and you see other black-cloaked figures trying to leave as these people pursue them. So it appears as if there were others just kind of swarming on this hillside, but the rest of the outskirt guard is trying to round them up.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is it continuing to rain?
actually, the rain starts to let up. It's drizzling now. It's not quite completely gone, but it's no longer the torrent it once was. But you have the sword.
Yeah, I think that that Peabody probably like collapses from this battle. It was like way tougher on him than like he kind of just like from exhaustion just maybe starts stumbling back towards the inner room of this ruin. This
Yeah,
stone
you can go
ruin.
into the doorway, yeah.
Yeah, and like topples in there and just kind
Okay.
of like exhaustedly leans against one of the walls out of the as this blood rain is starting to taper off.
Yeah, you guys can still hear the commotion of the townspeople rallying around in the streets below, torchlight dancing in the night as these, it appears like these people, you can't quite see everything, but some are being rounded up, some are heading toward the gate. The portcullis is starting to close. They're trying to trap them inside. Other
Guys,
than
I
that-
never want to see another drop of blood. Not even a nosebleed.
And it's even raining here right now. I can hear it, so it's cool atmosphere. I need to get some sound effects. That'd be cool to start adding more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys are. Nobody else is up here with you, other than the dead cultists and the dead woman, Annabella, who was trying to get the sword so desperately.
I'm gonna search your pockets.
You're gonna search pockets? Okay.
Mhm.
So on the cultists, of course, you find daggers on all of them. They are all marked with the with Sathmog, but they don't really have any other belongings on them. There just seem to be an absolute devotion to whatever it was they were going to do. I guess just take the sword. As
Even
far
Annabella,
as
she's got no scriptures or
Annabella
nothing.
might. Let's see what she's got.
I'm just seeing if she's got like notes or anything.
Let's see.
A deed to the
here.
tavern.
So she has a dagger as well. She has... Oh, you do find... You find a journal on her possession. A very small, a very old journal. Looks like it's been used quite heavily. The pages are yellowed. But you probably don't want to open it up out here in the wetness, the dampness.
No, I'll tuck it in my shirt and
Yeah, but other than that, she doesn't have anything. She also, though, you find has the mark of Sathmog.
wow. That was quite the battle. I think we need to go and recover ourselves and plan the next move.
So as you guys are standing up here, collecting yourselves, chatting as the rain dwindles to a drizzle, you see an old, wiry figure making his way from the darkness into the torchlight, and you recognize it as Draneth. So he uses his staff, and he's barely making it up here. And he looks over each and every one of you. And he looks at the woman, Annabella, and he frowns. I always knew something was wrong with her. And then he notices the sword as well. But he continues to look troubled, frowning.
Is the body of the demon still laying out there also?
No, it like vanished in like a...
Okay.
I think it vanished in some kind of... I can't remember. I think it disappeared. So he looks at Peabody. You, small one, carry quite the burden. Do you know what it is you have in your possession?
He looks at down at the sword. He's kind of like peeking out from the entrance to these ruins, and so you can see like his yellow eyes kind of like peeking out from the darkness. Yeah. And he says, "It's a sword. They've already tried to take it from me once. Don't you even think about it, old man."
Oh, I assure you, I want nothing to do with that sword. Why don't you and your companions come back to my hut? I have some soup on the stove and some tea, and perhaps we can get you out of this blood rain, I guess it is.
Donovan's brows greatly rise at the sound of tea. Loves good tea.
Okay.
Well met, Draneth. Yes. I think that's a rather good idea. Let us all go.
Okay, so you guys all head back to his little hut. You guys squeeze in there. It's clearly made for one individual. So you guys don't have a lot of room, but it's cozy. It's a very cozy space with a dirt floor, but there is a fire, the stove, some soup, a kettle of tea. and he takes his time silently doling out servings for everybody. And then finally he sits down on this stool, balancing himself, helping himself down with the staff. That was quite the ordeal, was it not? If I were a younger man, I would have aided you, but the slippery stones don't mix well with my feet any longer. And well, you know, one fall, and at my age, and that's it.
Uncle Donovan
Especially if
knows
you're
that
holding
very
a sword.
well.
So
We're all like trying to talk to him.
Yeah, basically.
Oh well, wait.
So while he's talking to all of you guys, though, he's holding onto the sword? I'm guessing he's pretty protective with it right now.
Yeah, at this
Okay.
point, he is like really. He's kind of grasping it, not letting anybody take it.
So this is the first time you really see this guy's eyes. He has a very very deep set eyes, a very heavy brow, but you can see his small little eyes glimmering in the firelight, and he does not his even though he's talking to all of you, his gaze never leaves Peabody and the sword. And he says, do you know where your path leads next? Do you know what you've done?
To Peabody or to the group?
Yeah. Well, it's weird. It's like he's looking at Peabody, but it feels like you're not. You know, it seems like he's addressing everybody, but also could be Peabody.
Mm.
It's almost like he's hypnotized by this sword that Peabody has. That is the only thing that can defeat Azrael Koth. The servant of Sathmog who's been slumbering for hundreds of years. His tomb lies to the north in the Isle of Mist, but it is wreathed in a corrosive fog. But that sword right there you have, young goblin, it can split this fog. It can protect you from it. You must stay close to each other, though. This fog will not be completely dissipated, but there will be a barrier of protection around whoever wields it. But know this, Azrael Koth himself seeks the sword as well. He will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. So this is why I say, do you know what you're up against? If you go there and meet him in battle and fail, the sword will be in his hands, and he will wreak havoc all over the Misty Vale and bring Sathmog back, and all will be lost. So I ask you, are you sure this is the quest you want to go on?
I think that Bramble looks around at everybody else and he says, well, we have come this far together, and I don't see anybody else willing to take this up. I feel like it must be us.
Yes, we have no other choice.
Very well. I had to ask. Many have been seeking that sword, but I suppose you are the only hope we have, considering you've made it this far. No one else has been able to procure it. So I hope this just bodes well for the future. I hope you snuff Azrael Koth out for good, just like you did that demon. And bring light
sure
again.
We will.
Good. Well,
Do you have any tips and tricks left?
Up, up, down,
5.99
down,
per minute.
left, right, BA select
Yeah.
start. Tips and tricks. Well, why don't you rest here? I fear the rest of Outskirt is in an uproar. There were many cultists around. This must be the end of days indeed. I've never seen so many out in broad daylight. Well, I mean, it's technically not daytime, but you know what I mean. Hardy
I
has
think
his
that,
hands full out there.
Peabody, like staring at the sword, like not taking his eyes from it, he says, "You say this is the end of days, but perhaps this is the beginning of new days."
I like the way you think. Let us hope.
So, quick question. Do you remember when we saved those other goblins at the temple? And I wanted one of them to go tell Maladuke about heading in our direction. Did anything ever come of that, or did the goblin get eaten by a tree or something on the way there?
When you meant head in your direction, you mean what did you mean?
Like wherever.
You mean just to
So,
see, like to kind of hunt the Misty Veil for you guys periodically?
She would at least be hopefully heading in the direction that the goblins were in, so just north of Outskirt.
Oh, okay. There's no goblins or anything like that that you've seen here so far since you've
Okay.
been in Outskirt, yeah. Are you asking Dronith or are you asking me?
Oh, I was asking you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you haven't. I mean, you guys pretty much came to Outskirt, and there was like a blood rain, and then you got the sword, and all hell broke loose. So, but during that time, yeah, you haven't seen any goblins.
Nobody's talked about seeing any nearby or anything like that.
No, Dranith mentions he hasn't seen anything in the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think in the as we're like invited to stay and rest, Bramble will like remove his armor and start polishing it and cleaning it off and
Okay.
Start, like with the idea of preparing for the journey north to this veiled isle.
Okay.
Yep. Same.
Okay. All right, you guys. Is it anybody else want to do anything or ask any questions or do anything at all before you guys bed down for the night?
I'm going to ask my fellow spellcasting friend Dranith,
Yeah.
if you wouldn't mind, because this could be the last thing I do. This urn that I have, do you mind if I kept it here safe before we go off on this hopefully last quest that's successful? But should it not be, or should I not return, I wouldn't want these ashes of my deceased wife to be in the clutches of such evil. Will you watch over them till I come back?
Oh, it's the least I can do if you're going on this perilous quest. You have my word, I will watch over this urn of yours.
All right, then Donovan will take off his necklace. That's also an urn, and he'll place it somewhere
Okay.
inside of his abode.
All right. Okay, we can make night pass if you guys would like. If there's nothing else you want to do. Okay. So, you guys all bed down. Your sleep isn't very pleasant though. It's disturbed by visions of demons and dragons battling in the skies, the strange violet suns you saw in on the murals in the Temple of the Purple Flame, and just dark riders on horseback, hooded figures. It's all just kind of this massive swarm that appears to be rolling across the misty veil. But you wake up eventually, and so you guys can all do a full rest to clear yourselves of all of your conditions and get your hit points back and your willpower points back. And when you wake, Draneth looks like he hasn't moved an inch. He's still sitting on that stool. He has his staff propped up. He's kind of propping his chin on it with both hands on the top. I trust you slept well. And you guys see another kettle of steaming tea on the stove. And he creaks his way over to it and starts to pour it with a shaky hand, and until he gets all of the mugs and serves them to you guys.
Thank you.
Of course. And there is one other thing. I was up all night concocting these, but I fear you will need them. And he goes to the back, the shadowy area of this small hut. And there is a table, and you can see the glint of glass, like it's some kind of little, almost alchemical set of some kind. And he brings over these vials, these glass vials, and he hands one to each of you. And then there's how many other? You guys are 5. So 5, and they're kind of a bluish color, sloshing around at the bottom. These will heal your wounds, and I'm sure you will gain more. It's not much, I'm afraid, but I suppose it's better than nothing. And then he has 2 more he gives you, and these ones are kind of more purplish. These are for willpower points, basically. So these will give you guys, and it's a D6 per. So it's a 1d6 HP, 1d6 willpower. So you guys can distribute the willpower ones as you see fit, or whatever you want. And he resumes his seat at the on the stool, and then he kind of squints as the sun is angling in toward the entrance, because his door is just kind of open. He doesn't even have a door; it's just like a doorway, and you can see the sun crawling across the floor. And he perks up a bit, and he let us hope that is a good sign of things to come, pleasant things to come. The sun hasn't been so bright in the Misty Vale for many, many days.
I think that Peabody hisses at the sun.
Yeah. And then as he does that, it kind of it slowly dissipates as if cloud cover, because you guys know the Misty Vale is very misty, very cloudy, very overcast. So there was a little glimmer of sunlight crawling across the floor, but now it's kind of diffused into the normal light you're used to out here.
I think Bramble might look over at Donovan and will say, well, we have a long journey before us. When should we set out? Immediately.
More or less, yeah. We need to get this done as soon as possible.
He will nod his head, determined, with a determined expression on his face, and then he'll go over and start strapping, putting his armor back on after it's been wiped clean of all the blood from the night before, and prepare to set out to leave.
Okay. Is there anything you guys, or I guess so, you bid farewell to Draneth. Is there anything do you want to go around the town to get supplies at all, or do you guys just want to head straight to where you're going.
I guess let's go ahead and do the backpack work of who has what potions.
Okay.
So that way we don't forget about them.
Yeah, I can drop. I think let me. I think they're in the inventory here on the system. Let's see. Yeah, healing potion.
I added one to mine, so you don't have to. We each get one.
Oh, they're
right?
2d6. Sorry, I thought they were 1d6. And then, so you already moved one. And then, is the potion the other one? Pink Milky Way Cork Wax.
Oh, okay. I messed up. I thought we had to like split them up. What we have, but if we're each getting one of each potion, pretty much.
Yeah, you get
No.
one of each, and then there's 2 of the willpower
Oh,
ones.
just 2 of the willpower. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that Bramble or Peabody want the willpower one.
Okay.
It needs to go to somebody who uses willpower often, probably at least one, to Donovan, since he's constantly using it for magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my healing potion to Bramble.
And let's just say they're both
need it.
2d6.
Okay.
Since the healing is 2d6, let's just say the willpower will be 2d6 as well.
Here.
I'm fine with Donovan having both willpower. I don't think I've ever run out of willpower.
Not enough twin shots?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably use Dragon Slayer and Twin Shot, but I think it's more useful for Donovan.
Oh, wrong item. Sure. Yeah, I'll hold on to those, and then. Do you want me to just put 2? Is it a special item? I can't find the one that heals willpower.
Just I guess just throw another healing. Yeah, there's not another one in there, I guess. So it's
So just put healing, but we'll know for me it's. I can make a note on it.
Yeah,
That's
just make a
what I'll
note on it, yeah. So you know which is which. So you guys distribute your potions. And when you step out into the light, it looks like all the bodies have been cleared from the ruins. And you see people kind of milling about on the streets as well. They seem somewhat distracted, though. They don't seem to be going about their business as usual. Some people are, but you see like groups of people talking amongst themselves. Their attention focused up at the ruins where you guys are standing. And you do remember that everybody who lived here just kind of didn't pay much attention to these ruins. Even though they're these ancient structures that are jutting up from the center of Outskirt, it was just kind of like this ordinary thing that everybody had become accustomed to. But now a lot of their attention is focused in the central area. And to a degree, all of you.
Anybody else get the feeling we're getting watched?
Yeah, Peabody's like, yes, I don't like it. And he kind of like protectively hides the sword as much as he can. Like he might throw like his little cloak over it just to like kind of hide it a little bit.
Okay.
And he's watching for cultists as they're walking by, like looking for the same.
Yeah, so as you guys, do you guys make your way down to the main thoroughfare and stuff on the road? Heading for the northern gate? Is that the plan? Yeah, so you do see that. So you see a couple of people kind of in hushed conversations, but you can see their eyes darting at you, and it feels like they're talking about you. And you see a group of the town guard, which are really just regular people with pitchforks and shitty swords and stuff, but they're carrying off a cultist. He's bound with rope, and he's cursing at them and trying to like throw himself, trying to get away, but there's too many. They restrain him. And this cultist, he notices you as well, all of you guys. And his head's kind of tilted down, and his hood is just kind of covering. You can't really see his eyes, but you do see his face, and it like twists into a crooked smile as he kind of almost calms him down. But he always keeps his eyes, well, it looks like he's looking in your direction while he's being carried away by these guards. You guys make your way to the north gate, and the portcullis is open. The gates are open. You see Hardy up in the watchtower, and he looks down. You there! I would like you to know on the behalf of Outskirt that we will never forget what you've done here. You are always welcome here. You always have a place to stay. Always have food to eat. And I pray that you return, for I know where you venture next. I wish we could offer our help, but I feel like this is a quest only you can complete.
Very, very much appreciated. We won't let you down.
And be wary of orcs and goblins. I've spied some in the north, almost appearing as if they're heading in the same direction as you will be, because I know where you're going.
Peabody kind of looks at him, like gives him a sneer and say, "Not everyone is an enemy to goblins."
Is he like showing himself basically in this regard?
Yeah, he has the sword kind of, to the side, so it's not like, maybe kind of hiding the details of it.
Okay, but he's not hiding that he's a goblin.
No.
Okay.
And in this group, I think that he said he would be kind of proud that he is with a group like this as a goblin, and like because I think that he does, as much new things that he's experienced, he recognizes that this is very unusual for a goblin to be traveling with an adventuring party like this on such a huge mission. So I think he sees the gravity of it. So he's got a little bit of pride to that, and will like kind of defend that. Like, not everyone feels the same way as you do. Some of us, and he like looks around. He says, "We're willing to look past things like this and find a friend where it's not quite as expected."
So Hardy, he's kind of taken aback slightly when Peabody speaks up, but he says, "Oh, these are strange times indeed, and I suppose we must forge the most unlikely of alliances." And he says, "Well, I wish you well, all of you. And there will be a warm bed and a warm meal waiting for you if you do return."
And with that, I guess we'll head off.
You head off. Strangely, heading all the way north, you make it all the way. Let me just switch the map here really quickly. Oh yeah, it's daytime now. Let's make it daytime. So there is no longer an eclipse. Appears to be somewhat of a normal day. But you guys make it all the way up to, you cross the bridge over the Kuma River. You spend the entire day traveling, making your way to the shoreline of Mirror Lake, where the Isle of Mist resides. So you guys see this strange, just that corrosive mist collecting right at the central area of this lake. And that is where we're going to end it tonight, everybody. Ooh. So you see some strange tower reaching up from the mist. You see a swarm of bats around it. And we will venture there next week to find out what happens. So thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. And thanks for watching till the end if you're watching in the future. And thanks to the musicians. Thanks to the developer, Mr. Patrick P. And we will call it a night and see you guys next time. Let me find the stop stream button. Okay, here we go. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.